before they even fucking.
I went to a McDonald's in Augusta, and I got a Big Mac.
Yeah.
And like all, like a Big Mac is 2 layers, right?
Yes.
All the contents of the layers were on the bottom layer, and then the top layer was just bun on bun. And so I had to like manually get basically the middle part and like flip it over, and then
So
like
it was like a
bun back
house,
on.
and the top buns were like the attic.
Yeah, basically.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the Spaghetti and Meat Boys podcast, the only podcast that gives you just exactly what you bargained for. No more, no less. I, of course, am your host. This song is hotter than Papa Bear's porridge. To the top left up there is it wasn't Mama Bear's bed being too soft is why she left me. And then
Houston,
joining us at the bottom,
be in
sporting
the top
the...
left.
Yeah, it's gonna be all different for you.
It's my recording.
You're not
so
recording.
You're in the top left.
Amateur mistake.
I'm going to start this shit over.
You're going to have to... No, we're still going.
Okay,
this is all
hold
staying
on.
in.
So what is the layout for you?
I'm on the top right. You're
Different
on
than
the top left.
yours.
Ian's on the bottom.
Why is it that way?
Because mine just
It's
puts
just
me
naturally
in the top
that
right.
way.
Ian,
What do you mean?
Ian, what does yours look like?
Mine, I was in the top right. You were in the bottom. And then the third guy, he was in the top left.
Why is it not the same across the board? I thought it went by like how people joined.
No.
No.
You were
I was
always
in the
shown in
top-
the top right.
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, I was
All
in
right,
the top
no,
right,
dude.
yeah.
I'm
Dude,
starting this shit over.
No,
both
this is
other
all
videos
staying
have been
in.
the exact same.
I've
There's-
only
there's-
edited one,
Oh, well, both videos are the exact same. Where I'm
but
on
they're
the top
not
right.
though, because you crash in the middle of it and you come back in a different spot.
Oh, no.
Well, no, you came back in a different spot on my screen, but you were the same in the recording.
That's
I
my
don't
point.
know.
It's going to be the same every time.
I don't fucking know, dude. This is gonna be the only
Oh my
one that's
God,
laid
that was
out
so
this
gold,
way.
though. This is all staying in. We know that, right?
Yo, the book fell.
This is
The
all
book fell.
staying in. So what movies are we talking about?
Just leave the
I
book
never,
falling
I never
in.
got to introduce you.
Fuck him.
Everybody knows who I am. I'm Cumwise Fam. Jeez.
No. I'm. This song is hotter than Papa Bear's porridge. Jarrett is. It wasn't Mama Bear's bed being too soft is why she left me, and you are. Our lawyer made us change the level to which we describe Baby Bear's porridge. Absolutely. And together we are
Just right.
Fallout Bear.
Ooh.
And
All
our
right, you
music
did
is to spread awareness to the world about the atrocities of the colonizer Goldilocks, who, like every horrible colonizer in history, her greatest flaw was that she was ungrateful.
She didn't know anyone was there.
Are you really just gonna defend Christopher Columbus like that?
Maybe.
I mean, Harry
I mean,
Potter 2
shit,
was pretty
Goldilocks.
good.
Shit.
Harry Potter 2.
In his defense, the Bahamas are just right. Thank you.
No, dude. Harry Potter 2 is like mad average.
Wow. I wouldn't expect you
it's-
to understand.
They're all kind of.
I don't. I'm being honest. I really do not understand.
Yeah, I remember
what
my first
the deal
beer,
is.
So
It would be that would be the first Harry Potter movie, right? Because that'd be the one you watched.
The first Harry Potter is like the thing you think is beer.
it's a White Claw.
but is actually
It's a
what?
white, yeah. I don't know. It's like, I don't know, non-alcoholic beer. Maybe
It's
somebody
a white-
pissed in a
it's
bottle. of
Budweiser
something.
Zero.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody's like, here, have a beer. Yeah,
It's actually his piss.
yeah,
You're
it's
fucking-
piss.
You were the one drinking Budweiser Zero last week,
Tastes like hot piss to me. I wouldn't
like
deal with
willingly.
that. Well, willingly because it was there and I couldn't drink.
What do you mean you bought it? What do you mean?
No, I didn't buy it. I was
No,
in
no,
my
his
parents'
parents.
basement. I
Dude,
was
you're
in
literally your
Birmingham, where I was
dad.
in.
What do you mean? You bought it.
You are your own
In many
father.
ways, I have bought Budweiser Zero before, but it's hard to come by. It's pretty rare.
I rest my
breed.
You're just admitting to buying it.
Admitting what?
To buying Budweiser Zero. What do you mean? Like you
I don't
only
even know
drank
what
it because
you're
it was
talking about.
there?
You were talking
was
about
there.
structure.
Well, it was there, and there was nothing else there.
Oh God, this is a rough intro.
Let's just can the cast.
I don't see any dogs.
It's too much of a stretch. That one was too much of a stretch, man. All right, dude, this is the Spaghetti and Meat Boys podcast, not
We're getting there. We're getting
the
better.
Rough Ruffman show with Rough Ruffman or whatever the fuck it was. You remember that show, that PBS show, Rough Ruffman?
You talk about cat dog?
No. Zumumbafu?
Neither of those were on PBS.
Zumumbafu is on
Allegedly.
PBS.
I don't know what the fuck Zumumbafu.
You don't
Wait,
know
was
what
that the-
Zumumbafu?
that's the lemur, right?
Lemur, Zumumbafu,
Yeah.
yes.
Never mind. I'm sorry, Zumumbafu. I did not mean to do you like that.
How could he's passed away since
Has he?
he has. Zumumbafu is no longer with us.
Rest in peace.
I mean, do we even
Zumumbafu.
know they use the same Zumubafu the whole time?
Yes, we do. Because his name
you
was
not
Zumumbafu and they called him Zumumbafu.
Bro, all lemurs look the same. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
That could have been Julian from
Oh my
Madagascar.
God, dude,
For
I
all
didn't-
we know.
I didn't know I was doing a podcast with a bunch of racists. All right?
one.
2 fucking weeks ago, Ian said all dragons look alike.
No,
This
he didn't.
week,
He said a dragon
Jared-
occurs in the Bible. That's what he said.
But he also
Which is a
have
fact.
you spent 40 fucking hours trying to edit this shit? He does say that Haku looks identical to Falcor from the Neverending Story.
That's
I
two
said he looks
dragons.
like Falcor, and he does look like Falcor.
That's 2 dragons, my guy.
Not
He
all dragons look
does
the same.
look like
Yeah,
Falcor.
you said not
No,
all
he
dragons look
fucking
the same,
doesn't.
but he didn't
What-
say
Yes,
that.
he does. He looks totally like Falcor.
I promise to God he does not look like Falcor.
Oh, Falcor is
Like,
actually kind of
they,
cooler though.
They both have like white feathers, but Haku is a much slimmer dragon. Falcor's got those huge fucking nostrils and the eyes in the front of his fucking head, whereas Haku's got them on the side. He's got the teal and shit. He's got the whiskers. Falcor looks like a sad puppy. And Haku looks like an emo boy personified as a dragon.
That is true. They are the same shape though. They're just different interpretations of essentially the same creature. Is
because
my
they're
take.
a dragon. What?
No, they're
They're
different
both
than regular dragons.
dragons. Yes, they're
No,
gonna have
different.
dragon
They're not like
shape.
Smog. They're not like Parthenax. They're not like you. They're Falcor and they're Haiku. 575.
All right.
What movies did we watch today?
Did you not
We'll
watch
get
him?
there.
No, I was hoping you would tell me so I could watch them like now. Like maybe we could take a break or something.
Stream
All right,
it.
so for anyone who hasn't,
Yeah, let's just stream through them. I've got some fire points today on these films we've watched.
I hope
I'm
so.
ready.
I hope so. But anyway, I'm gonna throw us in here real quick. But yeah, for anyone who accidentally stumbled onto this, please don't leave. I know this sounds manic as fuck, but we're on episode 4 of a 30 team, or 30 film anime bracket, where a bunch of anime films go head to head. So there are 3 other episodes. You don't have to go watch them. I would encourage you to. They're
Link
kinda
in the
shitty, you know.
description.
This one's really the best. So I mean, you could just like stay here if you
There's
wanted
no
to.
way.
But yeah, no, go watch those other ones. If you don't want us to spoil which ones we've had, move on, because we're definitely going to do that one already. And then there's also a downloadable bracket where you can follow along, make your own bracket and everything. We're just going from the top to the bottom down the list like that. And then for anyone who has been with us, for us, because we're recording this, like way in the past for when you're hearing this right now. But today was the first day, I guess, the first full day that we've been up on major platforms like Spotify and Apple
Yeah.
Podcasts. So congratulations, us.
What day is it,
Give yourselves
Houston?
a round of applause. Today, it's June the 11th.
That's going to be our anniversary.
Yeah, June the 11th.
Yeah, it is June 11th. That'll be our
Or maybe it was
anniversary.
June. Maybe we went up. I don't know. I submitted them like a couple days ago, and they were like, "Yeah, we just have to approve them." And then I forgot because I was
Oh
too
my
busy
God.
editing. But we'll have probably already been promoting that we're on those platforms through the second and third episode. But for us, because we're recording this one way in advance, it's a lot of fun. So yeah. But anyway, today we have another matchup. So round 4. We had 2 films going up against each other, and just like last week, we have a Mamoru Hosoda film on here, which I apologize for putting way too many of his movies next to each other. Falcor just appear in the background.
You mean Haiku?
But yeah. Haiku, yeah. He just looks like a melting dog.
Dude, he looks like a fucking
like a very
gremlin.
lo-
What
look
are
at
you
that
on
shit.
about? Are you serious?
How the fuck did
Have
I
you
said
ever seen
melting
Neverending
dog?
Story?
not
Jarrett?
you, Hughes. I'm talking to Ian. What are you talking about, dude?
That he doesn't look like
Have
Haku,
you ever
right?
seen Neverending Story? If you
No.
So
haven't, then you
But I
therefore,
don't
see the
fucking
the
dragon.
reason he thinks
I
they
do.
look
I see
the
the
same.
dragon in front of me, behind that big ass head.
You haven't seen his length, his girth. You don't know.
What are we
his-
talking? His face is the
Haku's
most
not that
defining
long.
feature.
No, it's not. It's his falcorness. You wouldn't understand if you didn't grow up with this beautiful film.
Dude,
My
stop
God,
being
you
so
couldn't even
Falcorny,
remember
bro.
Haku's name.
I do.
Acting like you know anything about him. What are you on about?
I remember it right now, and that's all that matters is the present.
What is it?
That's what
You
haiku
have still
would
not
say.
said his name yet.
Haiku.
What's the girl's name?
Continue.
All right, yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sen.
Wrong.
That's passable.
Half. That's half.
That's a third.
That's fine. She's called Sin more than
No.
Chihiro in
Yes,
the film,
she is.
so I can
Not
see
in my head
how you
canon.
can fit that is true.
It
But
looks
anyway,
like a cannon.
so the two films we got. We've been bitching about Haku and Chihiro and Sen and Falcor just as references because I'm about to introduce. We have a Miyazaki movie and a Hosoda movie, the matchup that everyone has been waiting for. Miyazaki,
House Moving Castle?
also known. No. 3 for 3. Or 4 for 4. I don't fucking know. Did you bring up House Moving Castle last week? I can't
I think we
remember.
bring it up every time.
Looking like Tom Brady on 4th down. No. So Miyazaki, also known as the classic Miyazaki, and then Hosoda, who is known as the new Miyazaki, which I think is a dumb moniker. And also, like, every time another fucking young director comes up in anime films, everyone's always like, oh, it's the new Miyazaki. They always get slapped with that fucking label and then have to go live up to it. So I feel bad for him and Motoko Shinkai and anyone else that we come across that will be the new Miyazaki. But anyway, so the 2 films we have are the classic 1980. Ooh, look at me not fucking remembering. What year did
I think
the
86.
one that we watched come out?
I think it was 86.
Might be 86.
I may be wrong.
Let's see. Ooh, you were close. It's 1988. My Neighbor Totoro by Hayao Miyazaki. Same year as Grave of the Fireflies. And then also 2015's, I remember that one. Mamoru Hosoda's The Boy and the Beast. So, yeah, so those are the 2 that we had. I guess the connection that I had loosely, because I hadn't seen either of these before. Had you guys seen either of these before this one?
I see My Neighbor Totoro.
All right. So
Same
you
here.
too, Jarrett? Yep. All right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Saw it a
it-
long time ago though.
It's just some shit that, like, I know, like, I just had never fucking seen it. I know, like, it's quintessential Ghibli. It's even, like, the logo for Studio Ghibli. But I never seen it. So, but just reading the plot synopses of both, I was like, oh, large
Beast.
beast-like friend. These were probably the 2
Friend, no.
least connected that we've
Yeah.
that we've watched thus far. Like this one, I was watching these 2 and I was like, I flubbed it. I definitely flubbed it. So this episode might be
Well,
a little
no, I don't
less
think so. I think it's a good comparison. They're both sort of semi-children's movies.
yeah. I just think I could have found better matchups for both of them within the bracket that we already have.
I think this is a great matchup.
I think it worked out well.
Do you think it is a
I
great
think this
matchup?
might be the best matchup we've had thus far.
Really?
Really?
This has been my
I'd like
least
to hear
favorite.
was that a chicken? Did I just hear a chicken from someone
That is a Yorkie
on someone's
doodle.
end?
No, that is a Yorkie Doodle.
It sounded
Those
like
are pretty much
chicken.
the same thing, if we're being honest.
Yes,
Yorkie Doodle and a chicken.
His bark
Yeah.
his bark is ear piercing when you're right next to it. It's brutal.
Yeah. I imagine so. It was ear piercing from fucking 800 miles away.
800 miles. Did
Sorry.
you memorize that? That's adorable.
Well, I'm just generally adorable, Houston.
I
Thank
mean, I
you.
knew that. Like that was a given, but it's just cute the way that you like memorize how far away you are from Jarrett. Like your love is strong, and you can do this
my heart
long
is strong.
distance. All right, so I guess we'll talk about I guess we'll talk about Totoro first because it is the elder of the two. Is that cool with you guys?
Yes.
Great response time there, team. Absolute cat-like reflexes. We'll
No preference.
yeah, okay. You good there, Jarrett?
Yes. I heard you the whole
lagging
time. I responded
here
like,
for me.
sorry. Yes, sorry. I heard you. I was saying
Yeah,
the chicken
you-
is
oh,
still
chicken.
crowing.
Okay.
The chicken is still crowing. That's why I was muted.
That's
That
fine.
sounds like a fucking a code phrase.
The
from, like,
chicken
from,
is
from like a
crowing.
shitty like a Spy Kids movie. The chicken has crowed. Like the chicken is crowing.
Sorry,
It's all
clucked.
good.
Take
That's
down
probably
the thumb,
better. Clucked.
people.
Clucked. Yeah, the chicken is clucked.
That's
It's
a
all
great
good.
movie.
Chicken has clucked.
When all this is over, Jarrett, we're just gonna ADR you back in. So, you're
Yeah.
fine.
Sounds good. I'll repeat all my lines.
No. Don't worry about that. We got Gilbert Gottfried on standby.
Yeah.
He can do a perfect Jared impression.
Better, really. I wanna
Let's
see
talk
better.
about this movie, My Neighbor Totoro.
Totoro. I cannot do. I can whip a
My
car.
neighbor.
This is rough.
Where
so,
we go from here?
would anyone like to do the plot synopsis for My Neighbor Totoro that isn't named?
I would
Ian
like to.
Slaughter?
Sure.
All right.
I would love
Sure.
to.
Cumwise famgies. You can do
Jared,
the
if
plot
you actually want
synopsis.
to, I will let you. I will give it to you.
I am
Graciously.
indifferent.
You are indifferent?
Yeah.
I would like to make the attempt.
All right, go
Alright.
ahead.
My Neighbor Totoro. My Neighbor Totoro is the story of a family, primarily consisting of a father and two young daughters, one being around maybe 7, one is 4. Their mother is in the hospital, but they move into a new home in the country that's old and abandoned. Together, the two daughters discover the magic and splendor of childhood through possibly imaginary, possibly magical, spiritual beings throughout the forest as they come to enjoy life to its fullest, in spite of their mother's deteriorating health. And they come to learn lessons, I guess, and have fun and hang out with big monsters and stuff. It's a magical little film with, but that's about it.
Great job. Honestly. What are the two girls' names?
Mai and Sekiro.
No.
What?
He was close on one of them. It's May.
Mai. They say Mai.
No, they don't. They say May. No, May.
No, they don't. I'm always right,
And-
bro.
And
Trust
then
me, it's Satsuki.
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 Yes.
Sekiro
Satsuki.
Satsuki.
Yes. Sorry.
Oh, like Satsuki, like
Just
SATSU.
Jared, are you still there?
Yes.
All right, cool. Just making sure. Just
Yeah, we
just
Gucci.
checking in on you
We
because I care
all
about my bros.
Gucci.
Anyway, so I guess we can do initial reactions to the film, and I guess I should go first since I've never fucking seen it before. So yeah, watching My Neighbor Totoro. I get why it's a classic. Like I do. I get why people love it so much. But I just couldn't fucking. That's why I watched it twice. It's not because I got like the first time I watched it, I did not retain a single piece of information.
Not a lot of information.
That's the thing too. It was a very,
Yeah.
very simple movie, and I found myself an hour later being like, I've all but forgotten everything that happened in this movie. Like, it just did not affect me. I did not give a shit. And I watched it a second time, and I liked it a little bit more the next time, and it filled in some of the gaps for me that like had just disappeared from my mind. But I was kind of underwhelmed, I would say, and I don't know if that was the massive hype and that I've put it off for years and years and years, or it just like I just was expecting much more. Like maybe I was expecting a giant magical creature to come help children deal with like the trauma rather than just like to just like vibe with them for a few minutes. So yeah, that was my initial reactions, but I'll get what you guys thought about it on rewatch.
Who's going first?
Either one, take it away.
This was my second watch, and like your second watch, I liked it a little more. But same thing again. There's a lot to like. There's a lot to enjoy in the moment. But there's not a lot to love. Not a lot that sticks with you. There are moments you're like, "Ooh, this is sweet. This is nice." Oh, that the mom's dying. All this kind of thing. I forgot the mom was dying the whole when I saw it many years ago. I didn't even remember that there was any tragic element to this story. I thought it was just sort of fun, lighthearted, and that kind of thing. But there's not a lot to latch onto. It's got the classic Ghibli like, where are we going? Where are we in the story? That kind of vibe where you're just sort of along for the ride, and you're like, okay, like where is this? Yeah. But it was definitely pleasant, great visually. It was cute. It was nice. It was good to see the characters kind of grow. Nobody really has much of an arc or anything, but it's nice. It's a children's film. I think you take it for what it is. It's good, but above that, I don't think it necessarily transcends just being pleasant and inoffensive.
Yeah, that works. What about you, Jarrett?
So the first time I watched it, I bought it, and I thought it was pretty mid. I had hyped up myself with Miyazaki, and I was unimpressed. Thought it was fine. It was fine. There's nothing really wrong with it. I was just not intrigued. This second time, however, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Was that this time?
Yes, that was this time.
Okay, cool.
And I think there is a lot to love about it. I think it very well encapsulates child wonder. Maybe even, well, I guess that's not the point of Spirited Away, but I felt like a kid going to Disney World watching this movie. I really enjoyed it the second time.
So underwhelming.
What do you mean?
Disney World's lame as fuck.
Oh, well,
just
okay,
kidding.
sorry. I felt like every person I know who went to Disney World as a child, because I didn't, how they talk about how
I didn't
wondrous it
either.
is.
Dude, Yeah, it was cool.
Am I cutting out again? Is
They
that
call
what
it the
happened?
Magic Kingdom. No.
Oh, okay.
No. You lied
No.
for a second, but it's all good. Yeah. Were you about to say that it is better than Spirited Away as far as like the spirit of children?
No, just
He's talking about in the
encapsulating
Okay.
childhood wonder.
Okay. I mean, I'm not here to argue. I was just like, you stopped yourself short right there. And I
Well,
was like,
yes, I
"Ooh,
wanted to
dude, if you're
clarify,
If you're gonna go balls to the wall.
I do not think it's better
whip
than
them puppies
yeah.
out and smack them up against them bricks.
I do not think it's
No way.
better than Spirited Away. However, I think certain aspects of it are better in what they do, such as the magic of being a child. I think is better portrayed, or at least I vibe with it more with My Neighbor Totoro.
Yeah. So, do you guys have an opinion on the real versus not real debate?
No,
I think not real, yeah.
Okay, cool. Because
Oh,
It's
sorry.
real. It's real in the sense of the children, but not real in the sense of real.
I'm
Yeah.
taking the Mirai route, and that it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm also going to take that route, and I'm also going to retract my previous statement and say that there is direct evidence that it's real, but it's also not
I
real.
think it is real.
So I'm going to say both and agree with Jarrett.
So I think this one falls into that category that we were talking about, I think with Spirited Away, me and you, Jarrett, at least, to where it's like people just come up with some wild ass theories to make it like as morbid and depressing as fucking possible.
Yeah,
To where you if you heard the whole theory that like when May gets lost in the woods, and like what's the girl's name again? I keep wanting to call her Setsuko from
Szechuan.
what is it?
Wait, Satsuki?
Szechuan.
Satsuki. I keep wanting to call her Setsuko from Grave of the Fireflies, which
Satsuki.
came out the same year, but Satsuki. When Satsuki goes after her, they actually just like die in the woods, they or drown, or like it was May and it was her, but like
Fucking
the whole
whack,
cat
dude.
bus taking them to see their mom and
Fucking-
fucking and like yes, like the Totoro was just imaginary. It was a fantasy, and like they're fucking dead, and they're just like fantasizing their mom getting better. Like, I think that's all bullshit.
Like some Brazil
I was
shit?
trying to read up on some of that because straight up, some Brazil shit.
They actually got
with a theatrical
lobotomized
ending
in
to
that
Brazil.
forest.
Spoiler. Yeah, I was gonna say spoiler for anyone who hasn't seen Brazil, but there's like 12 fucking endings to that movie. Yeah.
I haven't
So,
seen it. I've seen it, and I don't even remember.
dude, damn,
But,
that's
okay.
a great fucking
It's
movie.
very Orwellian.
Yeah, I know. I need to watch it again. But you guys,
very good.
hold the pod. Gotta piss.
Okay, well,
Sorry.
yeah. Hey, bring me a brewski
kiss.
on your way back. That's cool.
Actually, I can't complain. I've been derailing this whole fucking thing with the Wi-Fi, so never mind.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I left last week twice just to go pee and get more beer.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
5 minutes later.
Some kind of goal was completed with the help of someone else. So that's what happened. All right, Ian's back. How's your piss, man? Everything come out all right?
It's all spray.
Those are the worst. Yeah.
What can you do?
But Jarrett, you want to lead us back in with what you were saying before Ian
Sorry, Jarrett.
got back?
Oh yeah.
That
Sorry.
one was.
Ian, I agree. The whole Wait, you didn't say I said lobotomy. The whole they die when they're in the forest and it's all nonsense. I agree with you that it is what it is. Super simple, straightforward. It's all there. There's nothing to read. At least there's not a lot to read deeper into it. But I think that what is there is really good, if not great.
Okay. And I'll say what I had said to Jarrett when you were gone, but
Okay.
I do think there is evidence that it is real in some sense.
I agree.
Yeah, like did they plant a giant tree in the
In
middle
some
of the
sense.
yard? No.
No.
But did somebody help their sprouts grow? Yes. Did they ride a cat bus over power lines to go visit their mom? No, maybe. But
Did they visit their
But did they visit her like without her knowing? Yes. Like we see a
Yes.
perspective jump away from them and to her to be like, oh, it says mom on it. And like there's no explanation for that being incidental. Or the fact that they lose the
How
umbrella,
could it?
or the fact that the sprouts grow. They're correct. Like,
Yes.
and their insistence that Totoro is real. I don't know if he does everything that they think that he does, but I mean that
think-
doesn't matter because the point remains like no matter what, there are real spirits in this forest and they are
Yeah.
assisting these girls.
Yeah.
So
I
it
think-
doesn't really matter what exactly happened, but we know something did happen.
Yeah. I think ultimately it's a film for children.
Yeah.
And I think that whimsy and that the fantastical element is sort of I think it is for them. It's real for them. It doesn't necessarily need to be real for us to enjoy it. But I think the realness of we just saw Totoro, and then the parents saying that's fantastic, and sort of like acknowledging their beliefs, I think is important, or at least satisfying to a child viewer. But then they also give us a little bit, as older viewers, a little bit of, sort of dream kind of stuff. And they give us sort of the drama of the parents sort of deteriorating health and those kinds of things. Things that I imagine if I was 8 years old watching this movie, I would have been like, oh, that's sad, mommy's in the hospital. But it wouldn't have affected me. I wouldn't have thought of it in the same way as if I was a younger person.
Yeah.
He gives a little bit to everybody. And I think each party sort of respects their own the contributions to each sort of audience member.
Yeah.
But to comment on what Jarrett was saying, or I guess not to combat what Jarrett was saying, but just
Bring it on, pussy.
I didn't see, for me, I respect the movie and I think it's nice, and I think it's something that I would show kids. Yeah. But to me, it was more pleasant than it was, I guess, gratifying or great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not a lot. It was like, that was nice, but
yeah,
not a lot more.
I did get a little bit. I'm sorry, but I did get a little bit more out of it the second watch, and it didn't.
Yeah, me too.
It didn't change my opinion on the movie, but I was like, okay, like I can see kind of the resentment that Satsuki has about having to maybe take care of Mei a little bit, but also not being taken care of herself. It's pretty small. It's like small things, and May's like inability to let go of Satsuki because she doesn't want to let go of her mom, and like so she'll pretend the whole time like I'm not fucking scared, but then like cries until she gets taken to Satsuki's school. And shit like that. Were they super realized or super developed? No. Did they have to be? Not fucking really, but I'm saying I think there was a little bit there beyond just like, wow, it's pleasant, it's straightforward. It didn't really change how I felt about it, but I did want to say that like that is something that I did notice a little bit more in my second watch, and maybe I need to watch it a third time to get it. But yeah. So I'm sorry, I cut you off, Jarrett, but what were you jumping in to say? That's all I had.
Namaste. All good. Oh, hang on one sec.
So, Houston, I thought this movie fucking sucked.
I think Jared is a bitch.
Okay. Sorry. I'm gonna say my first point, and then I gotta go get dinner. Take a break. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh shit.
First thing. Sorry, I have two things, and the second one can wait. But one, I think, generally speaking, compared to you two, and this isn't a slight, but I think, generally speaking, I am a lot more, I don't want to say susceptible, but I typically enjoy things that are more fantastic in a child sense, rather than, say, like a Lord of the Rings thing where it's super in-depth, super thematic, super this. Whereas I think, I'm going to use the example of shonen in general. So, like, in my opinion, there is not a better series that captures adventure and fun and living than a One Piece. I know. And I showed Ian.
I would present a complementary example with Blink 182.
That's not what I was going for, but
I know, but I think it aligns with your argument.
Yes. Sorry. Yes. Without going into, I think I am more if it is more childlike and maybe expressed in a sort of fantastic kind of way, and it's more wondrous. I think I am more likely to ignore certain things about it. Like My Neighbor Totoro is super simple, and if you don't really vibe with it, then you're probably not going to like it. And that's exactly how I felt the first time. It's like, okay, I can respect this. I understand why it's super popular, and I can understand why people really like it. It just didn't do it for me. But I think that can apply to One Piece as well. If you don't like the adventure from the get go, then you're not going to care about the rest of it. So My Neighbor Totoro, this time I don't know why, and I actually think it has to do with I watched The Boy and the Beast first, which we'll get to that. But
Me too.
This time, I really vibed with it, and I almost feel like I was sort of projecting myself in this situation and just imagining the wondrous nature of seeing these spirits and being in the forest and living amongst everything. It just, to me, it felt awesome. And even though, the plot's simple, there's not really that much to gain thematically. The May is kind of annoying. I didn't mind because I really felt like I would say it again. Yes, yeah, she's mad annoying. I do think it's
Also-
it's just
No. I wonder.
Sorry, go ahead.
How the fuck is that Elle Fanning? Did y'all watch the dub at all?
Oh, I watched the sub.
No, I didn't watch it. Yeah, I watched sub.
All right, never mind then.
I wonder how you're gonna feel watching Princess Mononoke again.
I don't know. But it wasn't the same thing. Mononoke, I more so had a problem with the we talked about it in a different podcast. Just the Miyazaki syndrome of there's too much going on.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to wrap it up, and it's pissing
Yeah.
him off.
But
My Neighbor
I feel
Totoro.
like your big
sorry.
problem was what was. I feel like your big problem with that. Maybe I'm wrong. Was the question of why, and I wonder if this My Neighbor Totoro attitude endures. Maybe you'll see Princess Mononoke and go and just sort of sit back.
Perhaps.
I don't know
mean,
because I haven't.
Yeah, it's also
dead
been a
wrong.
while since you've seen both Totoro and Mononoke.
that's true. That's very
Same
true.
thing for me. Same thing for me.
It's very
Emotional
true.
maturity, growth, just different tastes in general.
Mhm.
So
But I don't know. It felt
that
like
can change.
it felt like honestly, it felt like to bring it up again. It felt like a Harry Potter situation where there are a lot of people who just they ignore the lame plot or the lame thematics, the bad character writing, because it's a magical world. It's fun. You feel like you're in it. It's just a great time. And My Neighbor
It's a
Totoro.
world.
that,
It's a
yeah.
world free of bigotry and transphobia. There's no blood racists
Exactly.
in Harry Potter.
Hey, my
No
God,
one
that's some-
tied to the series.
Yo, that's
is
some
at
muggle
all
shit you're spouting right now.
Metaphorical
That's some
blood.
muggle shit. dude.
Some mud blood shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's my blood
No.
shit. Yeah.
Yes,
But see-
I too.
I
Well,
don't
never
know.
mind.
I totally understand if you didn't vibe
I get
with
what you're
it.
saying.
I
Good
get
point.
it. I get it. I totally
Yeah.
get it. And I was that way the first time, but this
The
time
good
I don't know
thing-
why. It was just different. Sorry. Go ahead.
The good thing about My Neighbor Totoro is it doesn't have a giant seething fan base of grown-ass adults who use it to infantilize every fucking general problem that appears in politics or the world. They're like, this was exactly like in Totoro.
There is a seething adult audience for My Neighbor Totoro.
I'm sure there
though.
is, but every time that
seething.
Donald Trump tweeted, somebody didn't relate from the fan base. Take it.
Dolores Umbridge when she took
Yes.
sky.
Yes,
So
the
hard, so
fucking my favorite installment in Harry Potter is Harry Potter and the adults who should probably read another fucking book by now.
That.
I'm
Amen,
sorry, I'm going too
brother.
hard into
Amen.
Harry Potter right now.
Harry Potter is fun though.
I do
It is
agree
fun.
with you
It's
though,
very
Jared.
fun.
It's fun. Prisoner of Azkaban is a fantastic fucking movie. I will say that. I do actually love that, and I'll go back and rewatch it a lot. So I can't be too big of a Scrooge right now. I'm kind of a grump, but
Also,
Well,
better,
speaking
probably
of-
better narrative structure than any Ghibli film.
goddamn right. I don't know. I can't say any Ghibli film because I haven't
Maybe
seen
not
all
any.
of them.
I haven't seen all.
Definitely
of
The
them,
Wind Rises.
Dude, I'm fucking hoping that you actually go into it trying to hate it, and it ends up becoming so fucking good because
I don't
it
know,
is
man.
good.
I did
Love
that
it.
the first.
That would
I
be
did that the
awesome.
first time, and it didn't work. I wanted to hate it because you loved it.
That is entirely true. You know what? I'm
No,
gonna
it's
start
not. No,
talking
it's not.
shit
No, it's
about The
not.
Wind Rises, so you'll start to like it.
Good psychology there.
Hey,
Okay,
don't you need to go get dinner?
I was gonna say, speaking of McDucks, you brought up Scrooge. I'm gonna go grab some dinner. And I apologize. I didn't know.
So how long?
That's
How
fine.
long are you thinking?
We're flexible.
I'm gonna
Like, are
try
you gonna
and
sit down and eat, or are you bringing it back?
I'm gonna. Well, I guess I can bring it back. It's gonna be tough to hold the mic and do that.
All
but,
right, just go eat. We
no,
should probably
I can,
just like,
Yeah, no, we can use.
I can Hulk it down in probably 8 to 10 minutes.
dude. We'll go
You
ahead.
got Hulk.
Let's just take an early break for this one. Fuck it. Like,
I think
who-
we're doing good pace right here.
yeah,
I think.
good pace. We had a little bit of issues at the beginning there, but
I
with
apologize
the
for that.
no, not your fault, man.
I think you mean
you were
glorious beginning.
you were not your ISP throttling your own internet, so it's all good. We'll go ahead and take a break. We'll see you back, and take your time, man. Don't fucking puke, and just
No, I won't puke, but I'll Hulk
yeah.
it down.
Are you gonna end
No.
the Zoom call? Or you're just gonna leave it up?
I'll just pause it.
Okay, that works.
Okay,
Or
we're just gonna
pause the
talk smack
recording. Sorry.
the whole time.
That's fine. That's fine.
All right, man.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you
All
in a
right.
minute.
Sorry. I'll be
No,
quick.
you're good.
Should I pause my? I had a turkey
Sorry. Welcome back, everybody, to the Spaghetti and Meat Boys podcast. There's no need to count down, Jarrett.
I did it
We're
anyways.
back. All right. Whatever. Welcome back to this Spaghetti and Meat Boys podcast. The only podcast that thinks the song Santa Baby isn't sexual enough. I'm your host. No laws when you're fucking claws.
Age is just a
Um,
number.
All right,
Thank you,
guys.
Jarrett.
With that, the podcast is over.
I-
No. and joining me, the same two guys, Jarrett and Ian, as always.
Read my
Yeah.
name.
Anyway,
They don't get nicknames.
yeah.
read- just
We'll ashy cheeks, and
Nice.
what are you, Ian? Cumwise Famgees,
yeah.
and
Nice.
I'm Swisher Sweet Caroline.
Nice.
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 But yeah, we took a little bit of an early break, so we have a lot of ground to cover coming back.
Do the Indian Joker there.
What?
Oh, from the fucking that TikTok trend, like
Don't
Yeah.
know what that is.
You don't know what that is? Oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna.
it was like
love
when
it.
TikTok got big in India. Just look it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Should go to Indian
God,
Joker.
It's beautiful. Sorry.
It is pretty good. It's pretty fucking good. But yeah. So anyway, we left off talking about Totoro, and we should move on in just a second. But I do want to say really quickly, so I don't want to go too far. But why did everyone in this movie have the biggest fucking head in the world? Like,
In
did anyone
Totoro?
else notice that? Yes.
I didn't think it was that bad. Looked better than Ghost
The
in the
mom-
Shell.
It's just anime, I think.
Oh my god.
The kids always have big heads.
The kids were the only like slightly maybe okay part. The mom in the
What
hospital.
the frog baby?
The mom in the hospital had like a 6 head, bro. Like,
Nah.
you
She's
think
got a
this
big
is?
forehead, dude. Why are you being
Dude.
foreheadist right now?
She was straight up. I can do it because like I belong. Look at this
So
shit.
You got
big.
a problem with foreheads, bro?
I do have a
come
problem
on
with
now.
foreheads that are that like that motherfucker. She was mega mind.
I don't think so.
And the dad also had like he looked like Sideshow Bob, but like instead of like slender, just like a fucking grape on top of a giant grape with the Sideshow Bob hair. He just looked like a shitty version of the main character from The Wind Rises. I mean, they wear the exact same hat and have the
Yo.
exact same character model and have the same glasses and shit.
Can I read through my notes that are not related to the plot themes or enjoyment?
Yes.
Okay. The kid at the beginning looked
Yeah.
like Seda. The kid with the captain hat, right?
Yeah. Kid with the captain's hat.
Yes, yeah. Kanto? Is that his name?
Something like that. I don't know.
I don't
Also,
even remember.
You guys never know the characters' names.
the dust bunnies, the grandma called them the soot spreaders, and they look
Yeah.
exactly like the ones in Spirited Away, right?
They do, yeah.
Yeah, Ghibli movies low key kind of.
So the nanny looked like Sophie in Howl's Moving Castle.
Yes, she does. The old version,
Yes. The umbrella had holes in it, like Grave of the Fireflies.
Let's go.
They
came out the same
year, dude.
The boy who looked like Seda was building planes. That kid grew up to be in The Wind Rises.
Dude, actually, the kid in The Wind Rises wears a little fisherman's captain's hat. But I think I don't think that's
Wow.
that. I think that was like a Japanese school uniform because like all the little boys wear it in The Wind Rises. So I think it's like a fucking. But yeah, it does make sense that they would all wear that shit. But yes, I think it's, it's even deeper than the Pixar universe, bro. Fuck, dude. Where
No.
Lightning McQueen appears in every movie. Anthropomorphic
Fire.
cars and Inside Out.
Dude, I saw a
Speaking of
meme earlier.
anti-Marvel.
I gotta send it to you, Houston. It was so fucking funny. It's about cars. Anyways, one thing I wanted to point out about My Neighbor Totoro, My Neighbor Totoro, the music was fantastic. Oh,
I was gonna
my
wait.
It was good. Yeah, it was good.
No, it was
There's a-
amazing. It was perfect.
Sometimes transitions were a little rough.
Negative.
Dude,
Positive.
I didn't even like the movie. That music
You didn't like
was
it?
no, I did not. I mean, I didn't hate it, but I didn't really
Well,
like it
yeah.
that much.
That's fine.
That music
Was fire.
opening up with "Hey, let's go," the dopest fucking song I've ever heard. Closing with "Totoro, Totoro." So fucking good.
I have
And
a
then
comment
also,
about that.
why was this the score was like so it did not sound like it was from 1988. Like
Right?
it was
It
this like
sounded so
electronic
good.
like
Yeah.
but it also felt like nature in a way.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. I'm getting so hyped about this.
Dude, it
I
was so good.
nutting
It was
at
so
that fucking
good.
score.
I was vibing the whole time the music was playing. It was
It
so
was
good.
straight vibes.
Yeah.
I will say that. But sorry, Ian, go through your notes.
Okay, you got any more notes, Jarrett?
Oh, when she was trying to grab the pole tads, she looked like a frog. She
I
looked
wonder
like a
if like
frog.
that. I wonder. If, yeah, she always looks like a fucking frog.
Yeah, she does.
But like I wonder if that was like a direct translation. Like there's a Japanese word and she said it wrong because she's 4. I assume that's why they did that. Why
Yeah.
they translated it pole tads.
Yeah.
I have three very quick notes. One, when they're waiting for the cat bus, the going with the music is incredible. Y'all know I'm a sucker whenever there's a marimba in the score. Bro, that bitch said, "Don't, don't, 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 don't." Oh my god.
stuff.
Oh, the voice, the sound effect of the frog was hilarious. He said,
Yes, that's
was
what I was saying.
so
That was a
funny.
dude. That was
So
totally a dude.
funny. I was geeking.
Dude, it's
and-
not is that what was worse, that or the Yuko's bark?
No, the frog wasn't bad. It was hilarious.
It just
Yuko's
sounded like
bark
somebody
wasn't
was puking to me.
Yuko's bark was more like
just bad. It was just bad.
more grating. Yeah.
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 My final note is thank God their neighbors are so cool. Because if they didn't give
Dude,
a damn
oh, yeah.
about them,
You
like,
mean Totoro?
thank God their neighbors are so cool. 'Cause, dude, if they didn't give a damn about them, the movie would have I don't know what happened. They probably would have gotten like lobotomized in the forest or something.
Maybe they
Like,
did.
Totoro is actually a demon, dude. All right, Ian, what were your notes?
Okay. First note.
We need to move to the next movie. So
Okay. First note. I would say great limit on dialogue. There are long periods where there's just no dialogue and you get exactly what's going on. I thought that was really nice where it's just atmospheric, just like sort of like
coming from the man who didn't like Angel's Egg.
I didn't say I didn't like Angel's Egg. I liked Angel's Egg.
I'm fucking
You
around. Sorry,
best.
keep going.
But I thought that was great. Number 2, when the cat bus is like coming down on top of My.
I don't remember anybody going down on anybody. Ian, what fucking
Yeah,
movie
Ian,
you
what
watched?
the?
Cat bus is falling down from the sky, and
My pizza delivery guy.
and
Totoro.
sashimi is in the bus, you know, and they're coming down. They're coming down on top of May, and
Choice
the
words.
cat has balls. Is all I wanted to say. The cat has balls. You can see his balls. They're clearly defined. the cat has balls. There is a reproductive system within the My Neighbor Totoro universe.
Well, yeah, dude. They got to have a transit system. There's got to be more than one bus.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. He's a long line of cat buses. But he has balls. That's all I'm gonna say. He has balls.
That's fucking funny that like there was a scene with like our three main characters literally fucking bathing together, and
Yes,
no
that
one's
one was-
genitals were shown, but the cat
Her
bus
butt,
gets just
Satsuki's butt was shown. Age
that's
is
not
just enough.
genitals.
A butt-
Dude,
a
you
butt
gotta
can be-
stop.
Cut it. Sorry.
Don't cut it. That's staying in.
Damn. All right.
My third
But yeah,
point.
Yes.
Now, Jarrett, this one's for you.
All right.
Jarrett, do you have the film downloaded?
Wait, hang on.
That was pretty fresh.
All right, go ahead.
That was pretty fresh. Do you have the film downloaded?
Yes.
Can I ask you to open it, please?
No, dude, my Zoom is barely working with what I've got running right now. That's a terrible idea.
Oh,
Why?
What were you gonna do?
because I want him to hear something, and I wanted to see if he's gonna hear what I hear. Because if he
Okay.
does, he's gonna be super lit.
Why?
Is Mark
Okay,
Because
Hoppus, like,
if I
one of the
tell you,
characters?
we won't be as lit.
Okay,
Tom
Houston.
DeLong.
Hold on,
Yeah.
Houston. You play the clip right now.
All right, well,
not
what's-
you, editor Houston. Editor Houston, play the
Ed or
clip.
Houston
Okay.
in the future, play it.
Yes.
Okay,
All
wait,
right, now
Ian, you're gonna have to
describe
get me this clip.
I'll give you the timestamp.
Hang on. I'm gonna take a timeout. Editor Houston, play the clip.
Wrong clip.
All right, cool. So I don't know what the fucking
There-
point of that is because you won't
Couldn't
be able
you
to
tell?
react to it,
Jarrett.
Jarrett.
Yes, that's true. You won't be able to react to it. Oh, Jarrett. Wait, can I share my screen?
No.
No.
Yes, I can.
No,
I
I've
don't
Share
think
screen.
he set the
Host
permissions.
disabled participant screen sharing. You bastard! Why not? Can I not show
Just
it? Come on,
describe it,
please.
man. Oh my god.
Once you hear it, you'll know it though.
Send
I
me the
think you'll know
timestamps
it.
and I'll watch it. I will
I know,
watch
but
it.
you can't react to it on the podcast.
We'll come. Let's put a pin in it.
I'll record myself reacting to
No,
it.
no, no, no,
and
no,
you
no,
can just put it in.
no, we're not. I don't want to do that. I have too much to do. We're gonna put a pin in this one. All right, we're establishing right now. It is Spaghetti and Meat Boys canon that Ian is going to show Jarrett a clip that I have in the future thrown on screen, maybe, and then next episode, Jarrett will react to it.
Oh, I don't think that's gonna work for me. That's not gonna work for me.
Just describe what
Also, we don't even know
Okay.
what the fuck you're talking about.
Yes,
dude.
I
Like,
do.
I can't assist you here.
I know.
I
Okay,
don't know what
fine.
you're talking about.
Oh no,
Fine.
sorry. I deleted it before I started the Zoom.
Oh,
So
you
I don't-
deleted
I
the
don't have it
video.
downloaded. Sorry, I thought you could-
Oh, that was.
Sorry.
can
He's
hear
trying
me,
to
right?
free up. He's trying to free up
Yes.
space. So after he
Yes.
records this Zoom. Yeah. Okay. Was that all you had, Ian?
Okay, basically, here's what I wanted to say.
Okay.
It's a shame you're gonna get to hear this in real life, Jared. But
Okay.
the singer at the end, I swear on Bejeebus, the singer at the end in the end credits of My Neighbor Totoro is the exact same
For Yu Yu Hakusho?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
He knew the whole.
You knew the whole time. How is that not a big deal for you? That's a huge.
I mean, it was cool.
That was
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, it was
I
great.
listened to
She's
it,
good
and she goes,
singer.
"Madu Badu," and I was like, "Oh my god, that's the same fucking one. That's Yu Yu Hakusho."
Dude, Kaylee and I were talking about how much she hated Yu Yu Hakusho earlier, and how every fight ended with somebody shirtless, and it pissed her off.
That's the best part. That's the best part is the shirtless.
That is.
But yes,
true.
sorry. Yes, I realized. Yes, she's a great singer.
Okay, thank you. Okay, well then we got the I got the.
I almost had
gratification.
a fucking aneurysm trying to deal with that. Trying to fucking deal with that, and the.
Well,
the
actually, I think
whole
it would have been
time.
worse if I'd actually shown it to him. He'd be like, "Yeah, it's like Yu Yu Hakusho," and I'd be like, "Yes." He'd be like, "Yeah, I already knew that."
Yeah, if it would have been,
that would have
if
probably
it
been
would
worse.
have, if it would have been like seamless though, to where you've been like, here, let me show you this real quick. Oh yeah, cool.
It could have been seamless.
No,
It's could have.
well, it wasn't. All
I
right.
know. It's my
Anyway,
fault. I should have.
Those
okay.
are those are.
Okay, do you, Luke? Jarrett, do you have the other movie downloaded?
No.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Okay, well, editor,
What do you need to show him so badly?
the next movie, I have another thing that I want to show.
Is
to
it
see
the
if you guys know
vocalist from Yu Yu Hakusho?
It's not the
'Cause
vocalist
I
from Yu Yu
guarantee
Hakusho on the
you
next
he
one.
knows.
It's not the vocalist on the Yu Yu Hakusho on the next one. The
All
next
right.
one is different. But I think both of you will like this one. This one's going to need to be in the editorial. Sorry,
Okay.
continue.
That's-
That was my last note, by the way.
Anyway. All right.
Oh, wait. Are you going to... Never mind. Continue.
What?
Sorry.
Do you have Angel's Egg downloaded?
I actually do, because I've been editing that episode this week. All right. But anyway. So that's our final thoughts about My Neighbor Totoro. So the second movie that we watched that has taken us a while to get to was the 2015 film The Boy and the Beast, which I will give a brief synopsis. So it's a little boy who he's 9 years old, and he's living on the street alone by himself after he ran away from home after his mom died, and he couldn't go live with his father who had separated from his mother. So he runs away, and he ends up coming across this beast. Was it Kamatsu? Kamatsu? What's the name? I wrote it down. What the fuck?
Karametsu?
Kumatetsu.
Kumatetsu. Kumatetsu. And he ends up
Hakuna
accidentally
Matata?
stumbling while following him, stumbling into the world of the beast, which is this magical world that you can only get to if you know how to get there. Nice background change, Ian. The cat busts his balls. But anyway, he ends up becoming the sole disciple or pupil or apprentice to Kumatetsu, who is trying to become the new lord, the new grandmaster of the beast world, and he needs a disciple, and he learns how to be strong, even though Kumatetsu is pedagogically deficient, I guess. But they form a very rocky but still very intense bond together as Rin, now named Kyuta by Kumatetsu, grows
Kyoto.
and Kyuta.
Kyoto.
No, cute.
What?
No.
Are you trying to make a joke?
No.
Kyuta? K-Y-U...
Kyuta. Kyuta.
Kyuta. Oh my...
Yeah.
Fuck you.
It was all a setup, man. It was all a setup.
Yeah, but anyway.
Sure it was.
So yeah, and they have to work and train to be strong enough to fight Eozen, the rival for who will be Grandmaster. But yeah, so that's a brief plot synopsis. It doesn't really cover. Yes.
And wrestles
the-
with his humanity versus beasthood.
Yes. But we were going to get to that thematically because I was saying,
Don't rush the
that
process.
brief plot description does not necessarily cover everything that really goes on in this film because it is for simple themes, it has a pretty complex story. Like there's just a lot. Like there's really one driving theme the entire time, but it's a lot of different things happen and it's expressed in different ways. But yeah. Anyway, what were your guys' initial reactions? I guess it went me, Jarrett, Ian last time, so I guess we can just go in reverse order. So Ian, how are you feeling?
With the Boy and the Beast. That's correct, right?
Yes.
The Boy and the Beast. I like the way it started. I like the way it kept going. I like the way it progressed from his his disdain for the human world and him chasing Hakuna Matata into the beast world was fantastic for me. I was like, go after him. This was a movie of me like talking to the screen, basically, of like, oh, do this, and then usually they did, and it was very gratifying and very gratifying and satisfying the whole time, all the way up until they stopped doing what I was telling them to do. on the screen. Essentially, at the point where he started going into the human world, I was like, oh no, don't run away from him. No, oh, he's going into the human world. Oh, okay, like, wow, yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, now he's still going. No, don't read that book. No, stop reading. No, don't talk to that girl. No, you don't need a love interest. No, you don't need a love interest. No, don't hang out. Don't beat up those people. As soon as he went into the human world, I was like, I hated everything that involved the human world.
Really?
I hated everything. I thought it was banal and stupid and way just completely diluted in the context of the beautiful beast world that they'd showed us and how he grew up there and how you came to love him in the beast world. And then he goes in the human world and I just go away from the human world. None of this is interesting. Leave that girl, leave these people, say goodbye to your dad, I guess. But everybody else, just leave that shit. It's all boring. And they show it as boring. It's just like plaid and gray and books, and it's just lame. Leave. That's what I wanted the whole time. That's what I wanted the whole time. And
You're
then
hurting
when
my
it's
heart
seen,
here, Ian.
when
You're really hurting my heart here.
I'm sorry.
Killing me,
you hurt
dog.
my heart last time.
That's fair. That's fair.
when it's seen as like a supposed to be a satisfying conclusion that he's also going back into the human world, it's and then it just shows cuts of him doing homework and just walking around Tokyo. It's why who cares, stop, be Grandmaster or something, I want you to do more. And then also we didn't get enough from the emo boy who was obviously a human the whole time. I wanted more from him.
Yeah,
but
he was very
ultimately-
obviously a human from the
Yes, from the
beginning.
very beginning.
He was
yes.
not
Also,
obviously a dude
seemed
from the beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
but
I thought he was a
not.
girl. I thought it was a girl at the beginning.
Me too.
But-
I mean,
But it was
trans icon, if we're being honest.
Exactly, maybe so. But basically, parts I loved, but then it just it's it felt to me like if I was watching Spirited Away, but she just kept going back to elementary school and doing homework sometimes. I'd be like, stop, go talk to the bathhouse people. Stop doing homework. That's what it felt like. That's
All
my
right,
take.
Jarrett, go ahead and give your initial reaction so I can clown Ian here.
Oh man, I can't hate. I did the same shit last week. So keeping with continuity from last week, if I had watched The Boy and the Beast first, and then I was told Mirai was made by Hosoda, the same guy who made The Boy and the Beast, I would have waited 24 hours in line to go see Mirai. This has been
Really?
This was my unanimous favorite movie we have watched thus far. I
Really?
loved this movie.
Did
And,
I haven't.
You called
I
it.
didn't
You
check
called
back. Did I
You
say
did.
The Boy and the Beast?
Yes.
That you were gonna fucking love it?
Yes.
I couldn't remember if I had chosen that one or Summer Wars. I thought you were gonna love The Boy and the Beast and think Summer Wars is okay, which we haven't gotten to yet. But
Yes.
I knew you were gonna fucking love Boy and the Beast.
Yes. This movie, I am absolutely going to buy this at some point. I was
the Blu-ray release
blown
kind
away.
of sucks, dude. You have to go get the collector's edition, like the standard.
I'd
Blu-ray,
pay for
like-
it. I'd pay
kinda
for
blows.
well, if it's not over like $70, I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, my God, man, I was enthralled. I wrote everyone's names, and then I said the house looks like an Assassin's Creed building. Kumatetsu's house. That's it. And then I was so damn immersed. I didn't write a single other thing down because I was enthralled with this movie.
Fuck yes. Oh, we're getting a war
Okay.
going here.
Okay, wow.
Jarrett and Ian splitting on Hosoda films.
Okay, yeah.
So Ian, because you loved Wolf Children
I loved Wolf Children. Yeah.
and Jarrett hated it. I was like,
Yeah.
I guarantee
He called
that
it.
Jared
He
is
did
going
call
to
it.
fucking love The Boy and the Beast. And Ian, I didn't think you were gonna dislike it as much as you did, but I thought you were gonna be like, that was
I actually
average.
did, and it goes back to the point I had earlier, sort of related to Shonen. I very much, while watching it, I was like, Ian's not going to like this. He's not going to like it at all.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
you're gonna have to talk about why you thought I wouldn't like it, because I would like
I will.
that insight
I will
as well.
gladly
Okay.
talk about why I didn't
Okay.
think you'd like it.
I am gonna give
Go
my
ahead,
initial reactions though. I'm way more in line with Jarrett here. I fucking loved this movie. I do agree I did have some reservations. I honestly, for a good moment after the time jump, I was really bummed about that. Like, I didn't like it. I think the resolve of the movie, or as it progressed in the resolution of the film, I kind of was like, okay, never mind. This had to happen. Aside from that, there was really one big thing that I think either needed more development, like you had said, or was just completely irrelevant in general. Like the emo boy.
Yeah.
Why? Why was he an antagonist? Like, it was. It
He's
didn't
a
have to
fine
be that way.
antagonist conceptually, but not
Conceptually
not
a
with
great
execution.
antagonist.
Yeah.
And I think they had planted, they had seeded it early. Like, you would think like he's going to end up being the one to his darkness is going to destroy the beast world, because like they had planted that. And it was nice to see that like someone else who had from the beginning what he didn't, a father figure, like still couldn't live up. And so it was this other character. But I think they kind of abandoned that character a good bit until like he became a villain at the very end. And I know that was really for the twist, but the twist was so goddamn obvious from the fucking beginning of the movie that like you could have given him more screen time. That's really the only thing.
What'd you like, though?
The only major. But what did I fucking like, dude? The fact that this is simultaneously one of the most fun and the most heartfelt things that I have watched in a long fucking time. Like Jarrett was saying, I straight up was watching a shonen almost, and I'm not a big fan. I was like, dude, yes, the training fucking montages and the fight,
great.
like
That was great.
but also just when what I had said earlier, there is one theme. I can boil everything down to one thing, and it's strength in general. And it's less about like strength as a concept and more about like the lack of concreteness of strength, like how it differs. And so, and I'm going to go pretty hard here really quickly, and I can circle back to these points after you guys talk a little bit. But the strength of growing up with nothing, like both, I guess I'll call him Kyuta and Kumatetsu had done, orphaned pretty much, having to both learn on their own in a way, like that kind of strength, like this internal strength of like being strong and taking life brash and brazenly and head on. But then it shifts after that time skip. And this is where I didn't like it for a minute, but it came back around. And so strength became knowledge and understanding in a way. I didn't really get the motivation for why he wanted to go learn about the human world, but he'd kind of accidentally stumbled. Kyuta had stumbled back into the human world while running away, just, like, leave me the fuck alone to Kumatetsu. And he stumbles back into the human world, and he's just like overwhelmed. He's like, shit, I haven't been here in forever. And I think that kind of just like intrigue and curiosity and the fact that like he was at odds with his master or whatever back home caused him to pursue this knowledge. And I think that kind of knowledge and the learning and the understanding of everything around you, just mental strength. So that physical strength or mental strength from earlier in the way of like fight and not let the world get you down, and then the mental strength of just like calm and learning and growing as a person. But it all culminates into one thing that ties everything together, and that's the strength of connection, of friendship, of love, of mentorship, just relationships in general, right? And that's where true strength had come from. It was from the connections that he had to Kumatetsu, his master, and he became the sword in his heart, at the end. And it was the connection to, what was the girl's name? It meant tree. I forgot it. Oh,
I didn't write it down. I forgot.
Kade. It's spelled Kaede. I cannot remember how to pronounce it.
Kaede?
But the Kaede, yes. Kaede, we'll use that. whether it is or not, but Kaide. That relationship right there, like, that's why he went back into the world. That's why it mattered. Because, like, it wasn't a love interest. I saw you were, like, poking at it, and yeah, I guess you could claim it was a love interest, but it's not about that. He formed a genuine connection with this person who was able to, when he was unsure of himself, when he had that darkness overwhelming him, was able to remind him who he was and remind him he isn't alone, and to calm him down and to bring him back from that. And he uses what he directly learns from her physically in the bracelet. Like, they use the bracelet like to manifest concretely these abstract ideas, to, instead of going and killing the villain, he was like, I see myself in you and I know what it's like. And I'm going to take this relationship that I've cultivated, take this friendship, take this love and this understanding and this knowledge and this internal strength and this physical strength, and I'm going to give it all to you. I think it was fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
And I went too long on that one. But
If,
and I'm
if
not
I,
I want to
may,
respond to those things, but
I also
it's
would like
just-
to respond to it. I would, if you can go ahead, Ian. Though,
Yeah.
you can go first.
Wait. No. It's your turn to say what you thought of the movie.
no, he already said it.
Did
yeah,
you?
he said it after you. Because he was talking about how much he
Okay,
liked
well
it.
then I can respond.
Yeah.
Sorry. I think all those things you presented are technically true.
Yes.
However, I feel like a lot of those elements, the part where she is a person who understands him sort of as a human, or the emo kid is somebody who has they have that sort of similarity, or this bracelet means that you can, you can look at this and remember me by, or remember that all humans have these faults. They're all just things that I feel like people just say, and they're not necessarily things that I feel, especially with the sword, like, I'm going to be with you as sort of the sword. It was nice, but it's just sort of like they're saying that. I didn't feel that. It felt like there were ways I wanted it to go, and it felt like everything was stated. Everything felt superficial. I never really felt any of that. Past that first sort of 30 minutes where I was really loving everything, everything after that sort of just felt like the movie was telling me, like, this is what, and you were saying, like, he chose not to get revenge. He just says that, and it's sort of like what you would expect him to do anyway.
He doesn't kill him.
I know, but why would you? I mean, like, that's sort of like what I thought he was gonna do the whole time. Like, but then he just says, like, "Oh, I'm
The
not gonna
only
kill him.
reason he didn't kill
I'm
him,
gonna be better than him.
not better than him. It was that
know,
bracelet
but-
that stopped him from killing him in the first place, and then he
I
goes.
like that. That part was good.
But he still has
then all the
to.
other stuff wasn't
He
that
still
good.
has to go and stop him after the darkness has consumed him. But he's like,
Yeah.
I can sympathize because I know how this feels.
I know, but that's
And
all
so he's
just
just
sort of
like,
like
I'm not
stated.
going-
And like, but that's all just like one note. You get that, and then there's 20 minutes of that theme that you got from the very first second of it to me. And there are parts I love about this movie, but there are just parts I hate, and that's the only problem.
I don't think.
that,
I don't think it's as egregious as you're talking about. I think all of these characters like had their own issues that made them like they all saw themselves in each other. I
obviously-
don't think they had to say it. Like, we know that the villain
the
was
the
ashamed
only
of
real
himself
characters-
year after year after year, being reassured that his tusks, his horns would fucking grow in, but like he just wants to be like his father, and he
I
can't
get that,
be.
but we're just told that.
That was the only one I think might be. But like the girl
But
and
what
everything.
about the other ones?
I don't think
She just tells you that her family doesn't appreciate her.
That's
She's
how
just a
you-
classic.
That's how you fucking learn.
I don't care though. I don't give a
Why do you
shit about
not-
her.
Why do you not give a shit?
She's just a random person who's just sort of like hanging out with the main character. And then she's like, I've got problems too. And I'm like, okay,
Yes,
thanks. But you just like the character. She's a love interest. That's her whole thing.
No, she's
She
not. They
is.
have common ground, and
The only common ground is
she
that they're
even s-
human and that they have problems.
No, the common ground is she was just like, I found a way to use what I've put my entire life into. I've been studying and trying just because that's all my parents want. That's all they care about. And she's like, I've never really been me. But when I was helping,
It's kind of cliche.
but when I was helping, so what the?
I don't like it.
What
I'm
the
sorry.
fuck
That's
do you
just me.
mean
That's
it's
me.
a cliche, dude. You like wolf children?
That's true. I do like wolf children. Wolf children.
Yeah, he's gonna
me.
run up to the mountain and howl so his mom knows that she loves him. Like it's the
That was
same
different.
energy. Like
No, it's not.
it's the same fucking energy. But
No, it's not. Come on. That's unique.
it's unique in the fact that like
relationship-
yes, they're anthropomorphic wolves in the same way like no other
It's a
movie
relationship's unique.
no dude the relationships in this one were unique as well.
Some of them were. The beast ones were.
Yes, I think the beast one was, but I also think the relationship like that he had with the girl was fine. I don't think it was
didn't-
like that bad. Like I think it was, and she was like the
Sorry,
whole time
but-
like I've been able to pour like this part of myself that I've always like seen as like holding me back like into something that like makes me happy with you. Like I see that like we're both outsiders and like yeah in completely different ways, but like
Yeah.
we found common ground here. Like they don't kiss, they don't go on dates, they don't even blush. Like characters in anime blush all the fucking time, like when it's someone of the opposite sex like accidentally brushing next to them. Like there is zero hints other than the fact that it is just a heteronormative interaction.
Yes.
Anything that we are shown on screen or talked about all has to do with like their understanding of each other and the relationship that they've built as people and not as love interests. You can see it as a love interest, but that is definitely a backseat
Okay. I don't.
to me.
I'll just.
Sorry,
say
I'm going too much. I need to. Sorry, I
okay.
got really passionate right here.
I don't see it as much of anything.
Yeah.
Love interest is sort of my way to diminionize it, whatever. But I see it as a love interest. But I see it as cheap. I don't see her as a very important character. Jarrett, you love this movie more than anyone, so I've heard. Prove me wrong.
If I may respond to everything, I agree and
Sorry.
no, you're okay. I agree and disagree with certain things, but agreements, Houston. I agree. If you can boil it down to anything, it is about what is strength and how do we achieve it, and that's that can get everything. I also agree that whatever human pig boy, one, that it was obvious the whole time. Two, there could have been a couple more scenes because you kind of jump because of the time skip. You jump from the beginning when he's respectable. Him and his brother are sort of opposites. The brother's kind of a bitch, and the emo boy is like respectable like his father. And then time skip happens, and then they just switched. I agree, it could have been built up a little more. I'm trying to remember. I would describe him. I wouldn't say why is he an antagonist, or I guess I would, but I would say he's more like a pseudo antagonist, sort of like the whale in Moby Dick. Yes, he's an antagonist, I guess, but his purpose is more so to have the protagonist conflict himself and learn from himself. Because you have the whole arena scene, right? You have the whole arena scene
Which they say in the movie.
No.
Again, yes.
They do.
Sorry, yes, the Moby Dick
They
was
narrate
a bit,
it while
was
it's
on the
happening,
nose.
but we
The whale represents him.
Yes,
we got it though from the
Yes.
visuals. Yes, they didn't need to tell it, but the movie has been being narrated by the two characters from the very beginning.
Yes.
But visually it was there as well. If they would have taken out the narration, it still works. So it's not something to detract.
I loved the whale animation. I thought it looked great.
It looked fucking
What was I
awesome.
saying?
The animation, this was badass.
It did look.
The girl.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't think she's a love interest, or I guess she could be. It doesn't really matter.
You've said
I
enough.
disagree.
Oh.
I think she. I can't remember exactly what you said, Houston. why he goes back to the human world, and I don't really think it's her, at least not originally, and even for most of the time. I think eventually.
No, he doesn't go back for her.
I thought that's what you said.
No, I'm saying the first
Not
time
the first time, at least he goes back. He
the
abandons.
first time he goes back, he's running away because he's in another argument.
Yes.
Like, which I loved that, by the way, just the way that like when they were good or when they were bad, it was characterized by arguing, just trying to be one of the trying to be stronger than the other one. But anyway, like he's running away and like he accidentally stumbles back into the human world, and he ends up going to the library, and that's where he meets her. So I didn't think he went back to the world for her.
No, not in the first.
No, I mean, I'm
necessarily.
talking not just the
Yeah.
first time. I mean, after that as well.
Yeah, when he like I'm fucking
Yes,
running away.
He's going back for knowledge. Not for her.
Okay,
No, he's
yes.
going back
So,
for
so
her, I think.
no.
That's what I was. He's going back to learn and understand.
Okay, yes. I was going to say they like you said, Ian. They say it in the movie. He has a desire
Jared.
to experience the unknown. He wants to learn about things.
Yes.
And yes, in the original
Yes.
instance, he's just looking for a father figure. You're correct. But I do think when he initially is on this, he's in that bike rack area, and
Yeah.
Kumatetsu comes up to him, and they have their interaction. I believe he follows him because, as a character, Ren loves knowing the unknown, because what he's known his whole life has been shit, and he wants to experience things that he doesn't know because he hopes they will bring him happiness in the way that his reality has not brought him thus far. And so keeps going back. The Moby Dick was great. Everything was great. Back to the strength being the center of it all. They even have that, like I said, they say it in the movie. They have the whole montage in the first hour where they take a trip around and see all the grandmasters, and they're all describing what they think strength is, and they're all related. Yes, they're all sort of philosophical, like just knowledge-based things rather than
not
but they're
classic,
personal.
not classic strength.
Yes.
They're personal to those people and their
Yes,
experiences.
yes.
Exactly.
And their connections.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so that reinforces what Kumatetsu's been saying from the beginning. Like the power is already within you. You just have to like.
Yes, and he
you have
even
to
said when they first started training, when he's trying to learn how to use the sword, he said you got to use the sword at your heart. It has been built up this whole movie. That's why it's perfect.
Yeah.
When
I like
he becomes when he gets reincarnated as a god and goes into his heart, he fills the hole that he had.
When
No,
when
his heart
we're,
is
when,
like it.
when
No,
we're
it's-
done arguing
No,
about
no.
like. Well, hold on. When we're done arguing about like the functionality and like the themes and stuff, I do want to talk about these fucking subtitles. Like I want to go into that. So
Okay.
like whenever like I do want to come back to what you were saying
We'll
about
go
like the
back-
sword in your heart.
Okay. Yes, I did. I did say that the sword in the heart was a little on the nose. I thought that the reincarnation was a good finality to the Kakaretsu armor. That guy, his
Kagamusha.
finality. Yes, that was a good finality for him. Although it is a little like I'm going like when he said like whatever his difficulties are, I'm going to fill them up the same way that the boy did to the beast in his fight against Iron or whatever.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, that's sort of symbolic, but no, it's just very, very literal, in that he has literally
But
a hole
it's
in his heart.
symbolic.
And I know,
It
I know,
can be
I know,
both.
I know. And I know he says at the beginning, and there, I like it, but I also think it is not the best.
That's fair. That's fair. And it's okay. It's okay to be wrong and stupid.
Yes,
and it's
but
fine.
the rest of it isn't that great either. When he's sort of like shown in like whoosh, kills but not kills the guy, and he just goes back, and then he hugs his girlfriend or whatever, and they're all like on top of the thing. I don't know. I'm
dude,
sorry. I'm sorry. You guys need to go into
it's-
it more.
All right.
It's perfect.
I didn't.
It is amazing.
Yeah, I
was-
want
didn't-
to talk about the fun things
It
for a
could have
second.
been
Something
perfect.
things that we can all agree on here.
Okay.
For right now. We'll get back to this when we start choosing and comparing. But I do want to talk about one LOL at I don't know why I said that, but when he finds out that he finds his dad's address,
Yeah.
and then like the transition between that and him like arriving to the apartment is like a big shot of the city, right? Totally fine. I understand that as a transition, like not an establishing shot, but a transitional shot. But the one sign that was in English, like everything was in Japanese, the one sign was just Forever 21 at the bottom. And I thought it was fucking funny.
Did you guys notice that major Starbucks fucking advertisement on fucking 10 times? Somebody got some.
Yeah. Well, it was Starbucks. They didn't show the whole name. So, and they didn't show a logo.
Just some shots. Some shots you got all the Starbucks.
Yes. Also, Grandmaster Wabbit is the fucking goat.
He's great.
I loved him and everything that he fucking did. Loki was bummed for him that he gave up his reincarnation just to like save some fucking emo ass dude, but like it's whatever.
Yeah. I also like how he was able to predict everything all the way up until the end. Then he seemed a little worried. That sort of made him feel more like an actual character more than just a deity in a way.
Yeah.
And then the fact that he's pissed at the end, he's like, fuck, I wish I was reincarnated
he was
right
like
now.
kind of influencing things with like a little bit of an invisible hand, but like the farther it went, like the less he could do. Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about either.
I don't like
Roshi.
roaches, dude. They're gross.
Like every old guy in any shonen ever.
Kung Fu Panda. Yeah. I got you.
Yes.
Kung Fu Panda.
Yes, honestly, yes.
Is that where he's from?
No. Roshi's DBZ, but no, the master in Kung Fu Panda is the exact same character. Yes.
Oh, like any good hero or like any gym rat, he's motivated by pussy, which found out later it was bussy, and I apologize to Ichiro Hukyu when he goes and it gets bullied, and the dude comes up and he's just like, "Hey, stop fighting this kid. He's like weak," or whatever, and he's just like, that was a rough breakup. I guess I'm going to throw all of my energy into the gym. Like, you know those dudes who like get broken up with and then go become swole as fuck? This was just that as a movie.
But see, yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying, Houston. What you're saying is that this would have been a much better film if it were a gay romance with action rather than whatever this fucking ended up being.
Yeah. Is that why you were bummed though? Because like that's where you saw it going? And like with every moment,
no.
Honestly, that is.
I'm realistic. I know that's not where I saw it going now.
When the time skip happened, because I was like, damn, I really wanted to see like, I wanted that Romeo and Juliet or Romeo and like Romeo 2, I guess. Kind
Romeo
of thing,
and
like,
Homeo.
We're on the low rubbing nuts. I was ready for it, and so like when that time skip happened,
yeah. See,
it just threw me off because I was like, where the fuck is this movie going? And then he goes and he picks up. He goes to the library, and I was like, what the fuck? Also, can we talk about, like, the fuck? This man has not read since primary school. And the first thing he picks up is Moby fucking Dick. Are you serious? Like, come on, dude. You could have, of all the books in all the world, and you had to choose a Herman fucking Melville book.
It had to happen for the movie, Houston.
Jared is looking distressed right now. Are you distressio, Jarrett? We can't hear you.
Just so you know, the Zoom, I mean, it'll have my audio, but the rest of it will be shit. Like the video is going to be shit.
Yeah.
Like right now, for instance, where y'all are cutting.
It's fine. Like everything.
No, I mean, there's. So like think of.
Am I frozen? Are we, like me and Ian frozen?
Yes. So think of the times when you and I were talking and Ian.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like that, but way more common.
Shit. The way he came back onto this fucking Zoom.
Yeah, he was talking, and then we just a hard cut to him with his hands in his fucking face. This is gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be fun.
We got about. Let me make sure I'm still recording. Yeah. Okay. Cool. We got about 20 more minutes. Like we can. I think
Power
we
through
can.
it. Yeah.
Are you good, Jarrett? Or do you want one of us to record from now on? Because I can do that if you want.
Can you?
Yeah. Like the whole thing is I have a 30-minute limit because I'm on the basic Zoom plan. So I couldn't record for the whole time, but I can go ahead and just record like we'll all swap places and shit. But
That's
Fuck it.
I'm good with that, man.
all right.
At least at least it'll just be me.
How do I
fucking
How
up,
do I
not
ask
both of you.
permission? Please ask host
Um,
permission to give you. Host. Can you give me permission to record?
Yeah, hang on.
Please, host, please.
Daddy host.
Daddy.
Fuck, where's the...
What the fuck?
Sorry, that was a little too real there.
Do you have a daddy kink? Like
Nah.
either receiving or giving?
I mean, everyone's got a little something, yeah.
Well, no, everyone's got a little something, but it doesn't have to be daddy. I'm talking like the phrasing daddy.
The phrase daddy, no.
Okay, yeah, me either. I know, yeah, everyone's got like
Context-
dom and sub traits.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But yeah, it's all context of the way somebody says it to you. Like you could be like cucumber, and like that's fine. Like
yes.
just but something about
cute.
daddy is like
Wow.
a little like whoa, all right, there.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, if a daddy was thrown, in the heat of the moment, you can pretty much you can brush over almost anything, or
Yeah.
really even find it interesting.
Huh.
Yeah.
yeah,
At least in my settings, I don't have anything that says you're not able to record. Wait.
let me.
I've got a record button.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I don't.
so do I. But every time I click it, it says please ask
What?
permission.
Unbelievable.
Preferences.
I've been playing Toontown all week and had no crashes.
I've seen that, dude.
And are you serious? when I actually want it to work, it. Oh my god.
You're what?
Yeah, I don't have anything set. I may have to go into the actual website settings because I don't have anything, at least here, that says
yeah, it's
allow.
fine.
We'll make it.
We can.
We'll make it.
We can make it. We can make it.
We'll make it. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll definitely make it.
All right,
Oh,
continue
God,
with whatever
Howard.
you're saying. I'll use context clues.
All right. All right. So you can't hear us very well.
For the
Is that
last
the
like
problem?
10 minutes, y'all have cut out for probably 5 minutes of it.
Okay. Shit. All right.
It's fine. Just
Well,
go
hopefully-
ahead. Just go ahead.
Okay. So do you have anything else though that you want to talk about as to why Ian's wrong, or just themes that you liked and stuff? Because I do want to transition into the translations and then probably do a comparison and vote.
Okay, I'll blow through this real quick. Loved everything about it. Loved the everything is perfect. I will say he improved on the 3D. It wasn't used nearly as much as in Wolf Children, and he made better.
like that.
It still was a bit choppy here and there, but I appreciate that he used it a lot less. I think he learned from
Yeah.
it, and understandably so. That shit sucked. Second, I wanted to say why I thought Ian wouldn't like it. It goes back to my earlier point in that I am more inclined to like shonen and negate the sort of clichéness and tropey aspects of shonen, a lot of shonen shows, because I'm a
Yeah.
young boy. I was not expecting Ian to like this because it is very tropey. It's very shonen-y. It's just this easily could have been in Shonen Jump as like a manga, like over a year or
and
two.
Ian has no
Like,
heart
it-
or
yeah.
soul, and we all know that.
I
so-
have heart and
No,
soul.
but I
That's why
can
like
understand
fucking
where
Wolf
you're-
Children.
No, you have a wolf fetish. That's how you like it.
Yeah.
Hey,
It was very tropey, and I can understand where you're coming from, Ian.
Yeah.
But great movie, fantastic movie. I loved it.
Cool.
I like the tropes. I just hate the human people.
But that's tropey.
At the end, when I know, okay, but at the end when he's like going and he's there at the end when they're at the big parade and like this is for Kyoto, Kiyama-san. When at the end and then she's like I got your test results. Like if you still want to take them, and he's like, yeah, I want to take them. Did you go yes, or did you go ugh?
I went.
I was just like, whatever.
No,
Like, it didn't matter
I
at
had a
that
smile.
point.
It was a perfectly.
You smart.
satisfying-
You were happy with that.
Yes.
Everything
I went.
everything was
Don't
resolved.
do that.
Why?
It's gay.
Swaggy's stupid, dude.
No, it's perfect. It's perfectly fine. It is absolutely fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
that's
he's
fine.
going to balance.
You like that?
The only
Yeah.
reason he stayed in that beast world is because of his father figure. Now that father figure is a part of him, and he has gained truth strength, and he can balance both because he knows who he is, he knows what he's about, and he is truly strong.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. One more thing, and then I'm gonna move into what I wanted to say about the translation.
I've got one more thing after your one more thing.
Okay. It's kind of suspicious to me that Ian's like, oh no, like I have a heart because I liked wolf children, but he likes wolf children and he only likes the animal parts of Boy and the Beast. Are we seeing a fucking pattern here? All right, sorry, what were you gonna say, Ian?
Age is just a number.
Age is just a number. That was the first thing I was gonna say. What I was gonna
stop.
when
Yeah.
what I was gonna say was it was a note very similar to my previous notes for the previous film.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice that when the whale is dying, when the whale boy, emo boy, tusk boy, when he like gets slashed, and then the final whale goes over?
Yeah.
Did you notice the Revenge of the Sith?
No.
Darth Vader. No! I swear to God, they took a direct cut from that and slightly tweaked it. I guarantee you,
I'd
they
have to
took the
rewatch
direct.
Revenge of the Sith, man.
That's-
Yeah, I haven't seen Revenge of
No.
the Sith since I was like a fucking sperm cell, dude.
You don't remember the part where like Darth Vader he's like
I don't
strapped in
remember
and they
what
make
it
him.
sounds like.
Dude, I watch
You don't
good
remember-
movies.
How could you not? I know that, but that's like the worst part. That's what thing everybody hates. And then he's like, "What happened to Padme?" And then he's like, "In your rage, you killed her." And he like breaks out like Frankenstein. He breaks out and he goes, "No!" You don't remember that? And then
No.
that's the exact sound that the whale makes. I guarantee you they clipped it.
Okay. All right. I'll look into that.
Music
I'll
wasn't as
confirm
good
to see if-
as Totoro.
Yeah, it wasn't. I think it was still good. It wasn't
was
as
fine.
good. It was the same
Yeah.
guy. It was the same guy who did Wolf Children. I just
Oh,
don't
no
think
wonder.
it was No, Wolf Children music was fantastic, dude. I know you hated that movie, but you cannot lie. That music was fucking bomb.
No, the music was good.
Bless
no,
you. Thank
actually, the beginning music was awful, but it got better.
Boy and the Beast, like it just didn't seem like it mattered as much. Like the music seems like just as much of a centerpiece in Wolf Children and the Boy and the Beast. It was just like, yeah, it was there. Like
Well,
it was good.
dude. It's because they
It's
literally,
what I
like,
felt about Grave of the Fireflies. A fantastic score, but like I'm not gonna remember it.
Yeah, because they told
Pretty
the
much.
music the whole time instead of showing it. Like we already knew that the whole movie. You know.
Absolutely fucking ridiculous. Like the music was in the human world when it should have been in the beast world. I don't think he realizes we're clowning.
No, I didn't. I was listening to the no again. I'm sorry.
All right.
I don't want
real quick transition. So we pirated the movie, obviously. There's nowhere to find it on. Even though Funimation they produced it from the beginning, they have still not allowed it to make its way onto actual streaming services that they
It's not
usually
very
do
fun.
with a lot of their, because like Funimation does a shit ton of stuff, but like that's why there's so much fucking anime on like Netflix and Hulu and shit. But for some reason, this movie, even though it got a good bit of acclaim when it came out, it got a good bit of praise. It's just
why.
never been streamable, or at least I don't know. I don't want to say never. I don't know that for sure, but it has not been streamable at all recently. So anyway, the subtitles that we watched were not the original subtitles. I want to say that, like, that was not by a company. I can't say that for sure because it's really hard. I think that was done by a person or like a group of just like fans.
A pyramid scheme. Yeah.
Why? Yeah.
It was so
Mary
good.
Kate.
I don't know if you guys know this, but looking into this movie otherwise, the original English sub is so mid. Instead of being like just small things, instead of being called a grandmaster, they're lords. It's so instead of being called a disciple and a master, it's a teacher and a pupil. It like takes the fantastic element out of it, and also like
That just
It
sounds like
seems-
semantics to me. I mean,
it's not just that, and I can't
Yeah.
I can't give you an example, but it seems to be more of a direct translation. Like, and the original English sub is like, what does this mean? So he'll be talking to the monk, and the monk is talking about Kuma Tetsu's, past, and he's just like, oh god.
Okay, so rather it's like dubbing.
So like he's
dubbing,
just like
dubbing, where they're actually.
Yes, pretty much. So like the original sub would be like, he didn't have parents. He's had to learn all on his own. He is strong. It takes all of like the heart and the nuance out of it. Whoever did
said
this translation, it's not even I guess
direct translation, like Google translates kind of what you mean.
Yes, that's what it feels like. And so watching this, and then not only that, but did you guys notice like the little notes that the translator had given you to like explain the jokes that were like.
Yeah, Funimation will do that a lot.
Yeah, like Kyuta 9 boy or whatever.
Okay, maybe
or 17 boy.
Maybe it's the other way around, and like the Funimation dub is the traditional dub.
I mean, not all of them. I'm just saying.
But
some.
like the Blu-ray or something, because I know like they did let I know Studio Canal has like the distribution rights for Region B, for the Blu-ray, which. Usually Studio Canal is fantastic, so I don't know if it was like the Region B subtitles or if it was the Region A is like America.
I meant the Studio Canal part, but yes.
Yes. Studio Canal is usually pretty solid. I don't about like their releases and stuff. They take time and care, so I don't know what it was. I really think that this was just like a person or a small group that like does this for fun. Or like
which is weird because usually rough scans are the complete opposite, where they're god awful.
So I don't think it was a rough scan though. Like I think it's, and looking at like the place where I got it, like this group, I think it's like a conglomerate of people who just care so fucking much, which I think is cool as shit.
No. Sorry,
what do they care about?
Just anime in general. Like they updated the subtitles, like the translations, to be more the way that they probably were intended to be written in Japanese and to be less mechanical and to give explanation. And I think that is fantastic. And there is one thing that appears. So we were talking about the one thing I think is missing from the original subtitles. I don't even know if it's original. Hey, Lydia.
Hey, Lydia.
They all say hey, except for Ian, because
Ian didn't say hey.
Yeah,
I
he's
said,
a horrible person that has no
I
heart.
love you.
You talking to my girl that way, bro?
I was talking to whoever.
Lydia is Houston's wife, by the way.
She flicked you off and walked into the other room, Ian. So.
No, she didn't. Don't lie to me.
All right. Yeah, believe what you want
She
to.
blew a kiss.
Yes. Yeah. What do you mean? Lighting? What? I don't. You can believe whatever you want, dude.
You don't know what that means, bro. You don't know what that means.
Dude, Lydia does not have a tail, Ian, so don't act like you're into her. Come on.
No, but anyway, the one thing, I don't know if it was the original translation or not. I don't know, whatever the one that we watched versus the one that I've seen while researching this. The whole sword and the heart thing that we were talking about, how that comes full circle. Actually, a tad bit more. There's a little bit more depth. At the very, very beginning, they're like making fun of Kuma Tetsu, and they're just like, yeah, he just really wants to fight Yuzen. He doesn't even really give a shit about being Grandmaster. He's just like, yeah, like fucking what kind of god would he be? It's just like, oh, he'd probably be like a god of Tool. And they give you that little note in our subtitles. He's like probably like a toilet or some shit. And he chooses to come back to reincarnate at the end as a god of Tool to become that sword. So there's an extra layer to that, like him becoming the sword as well, is just like what they had used is kind of like degradation for him to be like, you know, like he'd be such a shitty
broom.
Yes, a broom or a toilet or some dumb shit.
That's
like,
another thing. They say like a good disciple would be a broom, and then
Yes.
What's the boy uses a broom almost the whole time for
Yes.
his training.
Yes. But anyway, that's like lost in like the other like English sub that is just like the power within you and then
The power
becoming
within.
a sword. Yeah.
The power within.
That that connection is not there. Like those don't tie into each other.
That's my background
mean,
next
like-
week, dude.
Yeah.
No one man should have like all that power.
Boo.
Power within.
But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to say that I think whatever translation that we watch, and I've tried to find if there are other translations, and it is so hard to fucking research this shit. Like, other than the fact that like any clip that I've seen from this movie anywhere else does not have the subs that we watched. So that's why I think it was like another entity that was not like an official release. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to talk about how fucking cool the subs were and how
They
like
were good.
everyone else is missing out because like it really elevates this movie.
Yeah, I didn't even know you could do like subtitles. Like you could do a subtitle to a subtitle. I've never seen that before.
You've obviously never
Really?
read a
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen a movie that has like a subtitle on top of a subtitle. Or I guess
I'm pretty sure they did it in Yu Yu Hakusho. Usually it shows where there's more Japanese stuff that just doesn't really make sense, either culturally or literally in the language, like in English. Like if there's something like a character that's named after some Japanese folklore, they'll have like a little description in the top.
Well, you know
Yeah.
what condition I was in with Yu Yu Hakusho, Jarrett. I mean,
Yeah.
I was barely awake. But loved it. That's what we should do when we get to the end of this. We should just go episode by episode Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, or I could like kill myself. Both of those sound equally as entertaining.
Yu Yu Hakusho is
dude.
good. That's one of the ones that Jarrett's like, you got to watch this, and I love that shit. That was fucking.
Ian,
That
Houston-
doesn't give me any more. Yeah, what?
Houston watched
You don't
the
get it.
first 3 episodes with me of Hunter x Hunter.
They
Hunter
took it
x
off
Hunter's
on
good as shit.
Netflix, dude. I was actually gonna go back and watch it again, but I think it's on HBO Max now. But I was gonna go like, maybe I should continue this, and then it was
Dude.
fucking gone, and I was like, all right, nah.
He hated
good show.
Leorio. He hated Leorio, which hurt me. Leorio's great.
Oh,
Was that the blonde
Leorio's
one?
No, that's not.
The-
Or is it the
doctor.
dude in the suit?
yes,
ass
yeah.
glasses.
Well, he's supposed to be hateable. Or he's supposed to be the dumb.
I don't know.
he's-
Somebody
He's
assured
like a
me he
Kramer,
would grow
but
on
less
me.
likely. He grows on
It's
you
like
in a sense.
racist as fuck.
What?
From Seinfeld, is Kramer the tall one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't he
What
like
race is Kramer?
Isn't he? No, I said
No,
racist.
the actor.
Like, isn't
the actor, yeah. He went on
Yeah,
a
the
s-
actor.
He did a,
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
the actor is
The
racist? I
actor,
thought you meant
yeah.
I was being racist by comparing him to Kramer. I was like, what the fuck? His name's Cosmo. Is he Greek, I guess, or
Yeah.
something?
No. I'm saying the actor that played Kramer apparently is like a fucking horrible person. I don't know. I didn't
he
give a
had
shit
a
about
horrible night.
Seinfeld.
He had one very, very horrible day, at least. Yeah.
Is that a Seinfeld reference? Because if so, I don't.
No,
get it.
because his
No, no, no.
comedy
The
show,
reason
he was getting booed off, so he went on like a supremely racist rant.
Super. Yeah,
Like
he's just like,
extremely.
yeah, N-words do blah blah. Like he like, and it's all on tape.
It's bad.
Oh
It's
my
really
fucking god.
When I was watching Boy and the Beast, I was remembering the first time I watched My Neighbor Totoro, which was many years before, and I was sort of thinking to myself, My Neighbor Totoro is not going to beat this, because I kind of know I've got sort of ambivalent feelings about My Neighbor Totoro. But this,
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying this. And then as it went, it sort of went downhill. And there are parts that I ended up hating it. So essentially, Boy and the Beast, parts I love. And there are also parts I hate. I don't hate any part of My Neighbor Totoro, but I don't love any part of My Neighbor Totoro. So it's really kind of a hard decision for me between sort of a polarizing film and a pleasant film to me. I kind of know which way I'm leaning based on the way that you guys are leaning. Reflexively, I am, but so kind of, I think I'm kind of leaning towards My Neighbor Totoro just
Okay.
because it was a nice movie.
So Ian,
And there are parts about
Yeah.
Boy and the Beast which I know I don't really want to watch it again because the parts that I didn't like enough.
oh damn. Okay. Well, it'll be going up against. Oh, actually, we don't know what it'll be. Wait, what's we going up against?
Well, what will be going up against?
No, it'll be going up against. Oh no, we don't know
What'd
yet.
they say?
Sorry. We don't. We,
Yeah,
we
you
don't know
guys still
yet.
got to vote.
Well, like I'm saying, like if it moves on, like it. I thought we had already
Oh.
established that it was like going to go up against Wolf Children. No, it's going to go up against next week's winner. Jarrett, are you still here? Because I see it's still recording, but you're just gone.
Yes, I turned off my video. See if that helped.
Okay, cool. would you like to give your comparison and your vote right now?
Yeah, just put in a JPEG of like Yusuke from Yu Yu Hakusho for me talking.
I already got a
Nice.
JPEG on.
That works
I
too. Just
prefer
put
PNG.
something in, man. I
The
don't want to.
society has progressed beyond the need for JPEG. There's no use for JPEG anymore.
Except for
JPEG
this
is good.
instance
I like
where it
JPEG.
looks shitty.
Why?
Yeah, because it looked funny.
Why not?
Yeah. And so they don't see
Why
the
not?
slow
Yeah.
deterioration of my
She's a
sanity with this
rascal.
fucking Zoom recording.
Dude, we will find a workaround for next week. I think I might just log in to your account from my computer, and I'll give you my account so I can
perfectly
record
fine
from
with
here
that.
where I'm hardwired. Okay. Yeah,
I'm
we'll
perfectly fine
probably
with
do
that.
that. Last week went pretty well, so I just didn't expect.
That's what I'm saying. I've been
But yeah,
playing
sorry.
Toontown all week and no problems. How can I run an MMO but I can't launch a Zoom call?
You've hit your limit, bro.
It's
You've
unlimited.
hit your limit, bro.
Ugh,
It doesn't matter. They start
I
to
know.
throttle at a certain time.
unreal. Sorry.
It's shitty. Yeah, but anyway, go ahead and give your. Yeah.
So I made a note that this has been the toughest one for me thus far. Because I loved
Yeah.
Boy and the Beast.
Kind of me for me too.
Yeah. For a different reason, though, not because both were mid, because I loved Boy and the Beast, and it just hit me in all the right ways. But I think, what the fuck was that? I think My Neighbor Totoro maybe was a bit, I don't want to say more realized, but I think I can see more qualms with Boy and the Beast. I can understand more qualms with it. Versus My Neighbor Totoro, I think is just really good all around. I'm gonna go Boy and the Beast because it hit me that hard, hit me different, as they say. But I will be content if My Neighbor Totoro goes on. But I would like for Boy and the Beast to go.
That's fair. All right. So yeah, I guess I'll round it out and I'll say I just couldn't. Good Totoro to me, it just felt like, and I guess that's why they called it My Neighbor Totoro and not like My Friend and Main Character Totoro.
Nice.
I guess it might have been supposed to be that way, and it was pleasant, but that's really all it
Yeah,
was
it's
to me. Like, it wasn't more than anything else. And I guess I just did not, aside from that music, I just didn't connect with anything in My Neighbor Totoro, and like the animation is really good, and you know, the story is nice and the characters are fun, but that's about it. And so like all of the in-betweens and all of the missing pieces are just like that much more apparent to me, because there's not like good or not that it's all good, but there's not anything great to suspend my disbelief in a way for me. And to whereas the Boy and the Beast, like I agree with you, Ian, there are just parts of it that were so fucking amazing, but the parts that you think sucked ass, to me, like those in between parts are either like explained just fun or pleasant in general, or I am able to suspend my disbelief, or maybe that's not the phrasing, but I'm able to forgive it, honestly, because of the full realization of the picture. Like I'm not like Jared, I'm not a sucker for shonen or like childlike things, but like that one did get me emotionally, and I am a sucker for emotions. And I also love the fucking that whole dynamic of a teacher and student that like don't get along but end up like being like, I don't know, that shit, like it's just a tried and true fucking formula.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun every goddamn time. Like it never ceases to make me be like, yeah.
Yeah.
In a way. And I think this is, and I know I disagree with you at the beginning, Jarrett, where I was like, these are probably like, this is probably the worst matchup, and I still think that way, as far as it's really hard to compare these two movies because they're just really not close to each other at all. But I also kind of now see what you're saying is like this one's kind of tough in a way because it is very
It's
personal.
toughest for me. Yeah.
It's not tough for me. Like I know what I want to choose, but like it seems like all three of us have been like, how personally did this affect us? And like that's what we're gonna choose. It seems like this is like the least objective any of us have tried to be this entire time. And I know like it's all personal, but this is really like the most just, man, Totoro's good, but like The Boy and the Beast is good, but they also shit, but fuck it, man. Like I just liked this one more. So I guess I am gonna go with I'm sorry, Ian, The Boy and the Beast.
No, that's fine. I don't care about that.
I'm really just floored at the amount of classics we're just kicking to the fucking curb right now. Like just I mean, I know on my personal bracket I chose Angel's Egg over Spirited Away, even though like I could have easily chosen Spirited Away.
Yeah.
I just kind of did it for personal reasons again, but at least on the ultimate bracket, like the main one, it's still in place.
Fuck
But
'em.
we've kicked out Grave of the Fireflies. We've kicked out My Neighbor Totoro, and it was iffy about Spirited Away. Could have possibly been kicked.
Could have possibly gone. We've also Wolf Children went. A
Wolf,
film that
I would say Wolf Children probably isn't like status wise on the level of those.
as far as popularity amongst casual anime movie viewers, it's up there. I suppose,
but,
more
but
than some
that
of
is probably like aside from like Spirited Away, like the highest praised movie that we've come across thus far.
Thus far, yeah.
Like I was floored, or I guess not floored, but like I was just surprised. Like I thought like Wolf Children was going to be like most people like this, a few people like don't. I was just like everyone fucking like loved it. Like
I was gonna say, I
just
disagree
looking
with
through
you,
reviews and
Ian.
shit.
I'd say Wolf Children is more big among seasoned anime fans, whereas like casually, I don't think it's that popular.
That's what he was saying.
No. I was saying
I thought you were saying like casuals like are gonna love Spirited Away and shit more, but like seasoned anime people love Wolf Children more.
No, I had heard of Wolf Children just through osmosis, just from just people talking about it. Not real people I know, because I don't know.
Are you sure? Are these
these
your imaginary friends?
These are my imaginary friends.
Totoro?
Yes, but they still count as friends.
Ian Darko, dude.
No, but I heard I saw press for Wolf Children, and the only way I'd ever heard of like Tokyo Godfathers was just from like a YouTube video or something like movies you should watch or some shit like that. But Wolf Children I heard through sort of like some positive press on the internet, articles or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't hold a candle to like
to Spirited Away, but
Yeah.
nothing holds a candle to Spirited Away.
But that's what we're kind of saying. Me and Jared are saying is like Wolf Children gets all this fucking like praise, like almost as high acclaim as all of these movies do, but the audience is just so much smaller and more niche for that one than something like Spirited Away or Totoro or Grave of the Fireflies.
Or Akira,
Yeah. Or Akira, yeah.
which we've totally
Yeah,
not
I'm saying
watched.
like
Maybe
Wolf Children has such Wolf Children has such a smaller reach than those films do, even though it gets probably just as like if you look at like the average review for Wolf Children, it's probably better than everything but Spirited Away. But because the reach is so small, it just doesn't hold a candle to like which is why I wouldn't say like us getting rid of it is like bemoaning a classic anime. You know what I mean?
Well, it's newer. That's another thing I want to mention. Have you guys noticed a trend in the films that have won?
They're all newer.
They're all newer,
Yeah,
except
you
one.
hate
Which
older
one?
movies.
Tokyo Godfathers.
Tokyo Godfathers. No, I don't. No, Tokyo Godfathers is the only
Hey,
new. Is the
I
only
picked
old one that
Angel's
won.
Egg, so I'm blameless in this one.
Yeah, it's all you, Ian.
We all picked at least one old one, but no, it's not all me. I've lost on two now,
Yeah, that is true.
and I picked the old one on both of the ones I lost. But no, No, I picked a new one on. I picked Wolf Children, which was newer. But a new one has won. How many we've done? 6? 5?
4.
No,
We've done
we've
4.
done,
This is number 4.
Okay, so we've done this one, which is okay.
Yes.
And then the last one was Tokyo Godfathers and
Wolf Children.
Wolf Children. And then the one before that was Spirited Away and Angel's Egg. And the one before that was
Grave of the Fireflies and Mirai.
But then we sort of
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
But you know what I mean, and you know which
No.
one won, and you know which one was newer.
All right. So, officially, we have voted. Ian voted for Totoro. Me and Jarrett both voted for The Boy and the Beast. So, on the official bracket, Boy and the Beast is moving on. Next week, we'll see. I think it's Who Its Face is Off Against is next week's episode.
It's
will be-
Summer Wars versus something.
I apologize once again. Summer Wars, Dalos.
Dalos, that's it.
Yes, unfortunately, I accidentally put 3 Hosoda films in a row, so we get another Hosoda film. But he's been doing pretty good. Other than Wolf Children, he's
Damn
2 for
right.
3 so far, making it out of round 1.
Damn right.
What?
Boy and the
What?
Beast was not that good.
Yeah, but it was.
Boy and the Beast was not very good. I'm sorry.
It
Bro.
didn't have to be very good. It had to be better than Totoro.
That's fair. I mean, as long as
But
you
yeah.
agree with what I said, though, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Okay, so anyway, we'll see that one next time. Once again, please interact with this if you like it, this video, I guess, or this audio. We're on the major platforms, Spotify and
Don't
Apple
worry,
Podcasts,
there are no
but also
colons.
on
There are no
SoundCloud as well.
colons.
You can also see this project and all the latest updates, as well as other projects done by myself, Ian, potentially Jarrett, and other people on fakefilms.com. With this, we're going to bid you adieu and go to our outro, which is the squeakle. Classic I Am Hair. But yeah, anyway, thank you once again for watching the Spaghetti and Meat Boys podcast. We had some, as Ian says, we had some laughs, we had some cries. The movies that we liked didn't win probably today. We had a few technical difficulties. We've had a couple of arguments. It's getting good. We're starting to get heated in this shit, and I like it.
It's getting better.
It's getting better. But anything you guys want to say before we dip out?
John Bohr.
Make sure you edit in that.
John Bohr.
Sure.
Bonjour. Make sure. All right, Ian. I will try. It'll be a while before I get to it, but
I don't. It doesn't matter.
I
I'm
will.
not
I
gonna
will
cry.
try my best. But yeah. But yeah.
All right.
Okay. But yeah, with that, thanks again for watching, listening, whatever. You have a fantastic one, and bonjour.
Bonjour.
Hair.
Call me Peen to the Een. I got loving in my jeans. Gordy